Hi everybody, welcome. This video is going to teach you how to get into our superhero book club discussion. In Google Classroom, go ahead and find week 11. Week 11, day 2, superhero book club discussion. Go ahead and open that up. Your first step is to obviously watch this how-to video. Good job. Second step is you want to go to the link at PADLET.com and log in with your school Google. So let's do that first. So you will see, here we are at Padlet.com. You want to go to the button up at the top left that says log in. And you'll log into Padlet. We want to log in with our Google, our school Google. Once it's time to choose an account, we want to use your school Google, not your personal one, but your school Google. And here we are. Nice job. So our next step is to go back to Google Classroom. So now we've done step 2. We went to Padlet.com and we logged in with our school Google. So scroll down to find step 3. You're going to come back here and click on the link that matches your book. So if you've read Avengers, that's here, Black Widow. Each one of these is a different Padlet. Now, if you're in first hour and you're reading Spider-Man Deadpool, you have your own link. If you're in second hour and you're reading Spider-Man Deadpool, you have your own link. If you're in third or fifth hour and you are reading Spider-Man Deadpool, you have your own link, okay? And Thor is here. The rest of the books, everyone from all the different classes are combined together. So anyone in first, second, third, or fifth hour who picked the Avengers, you're going to click on this link for Avengers. Same for Black Widow, same for Cap, Doctor Strange, Killmonger, Loki, and Thor. So let's say I had chosen the Thor book. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to click on the link to join the discussion. So here I am. Let's say I joined Thor, so I'm in the Thor book club discussion. I will notice there are all these names across the top, and you can scroll to the right, scroll until you find your name, okay? Now, if you read Thor but you don't see your name, contact me right away and I'll add your name. You can also just add your own name. So once you find your name, you're gonna click the button underneath, the plus button, and you're gonna add your unique discussion question, just one, and you're gonna add it in the space below. So I'll show you how that looked from the beginning. So we'll imagine I just logged in, here I am. I'm not Damien, I'm not Lauren, I'm not Chuck, I'm not Adam, keep going. Here I am, I'm Miss G. My first job is to add my discussion question. So click the plus, and thinking about all the questions that were on the Jamboard from yesterday, you can go back and look if you want to, is pick one of those questions. It can be one you contributed or it can be a different one from someone else. Pick one of those questions to ask the group. Now remember, we want it to be open-ended. We want it to have lots of different answers, and we want to actually have a question that would get people engaged and excited about discussing. So why don't the Asgardians recognize the new Thor as, well, Thor? Why do they act the way they do toward her? Okay, so there's my question. Now each of us is going to add our own unique question. How we answer each other is you can add a comment, or you can also just add a post. It kind of works in a long column. Before you're done, so once you've added your question, you're going to go look at other people's questions and add answers, okay? So we'll know, make sure your name shows up next to anything you type, okay? I think the Asgardians are sexist creepers who don't like change. Who knows? Okay. It should pop up your face. So if somehow you forgot to do step 2 and you forgot to log in and you just accidentally clicked your way here, If the words login show up anywhere in this upper right corner, you need to log in with your school Google so you can participate. Now, if you don't log in and you start adding information, it'll just say like anonymous right here. I won't know that's you. I won't know that it's you that posted the information, so I can't give you credit for it as we're going through the discussion. So what we're going to do is everyone adds their question, and then they start jumping in on other people's columns and engaging in the conversation. One thing to point out, we want to check back daily and add content until I announce the end of the discussion week. Because everyone who's in this Thor, these are all different hours. Some of these people won't even join they're in second hour, so they come in even later in the week. So we want to jump back in, have everyone by Friday, make sure they've come back in a few times and added more content, okay? So let's talk about the rubric. So to get a B, you need to post one open-ended, unique discussion question to the group. You want to respond to your peers frequently using prompts from the Prompts for Superhero Book Club discussion. Let me show you what that looks like. That's right here. So once your friend or people in the chat post their open-ended question, you have some ways to have an academic conversation. And these are all just sentence starters. So if you agree with someone's answer and you can add more information or perspective, you could say, I agree with so-and-so and give the reasons why. Or if you disagree or see things different or can add a different perspective, these are some possible sentence starters you can use. If you read something and need more information before responding, these are some ways you can engage. If you're confused, these are some sentence starters you can use to ask for help for information. If you want to share your opinion, you can start your posts this way, keeping the conversation going, talking about how the character is relevant. All of these are going to help you keep the discussion academic. So just a reminder, you're going to start with watching the video, so good job. Then you're going to log into Padlet and log in with your school Google. Come back here to click on the specific link for your book. Then you want to find your name, add your question, and begin talking and adding ideas to other people's questions. And we want to check that daily and keep adding content until I announce that we're all done. So the rest of the rubric, when we get back from Thanksgiving break, I'm going to post a Superhero Book Club discussion reflection. It'll be a Google form. You have to fill that out honestly and with enough information for Miss G to understand your thinking. We want to make sure that happens. You won't get a grade on the discussion until you do the reflection. In your reflection group, nobody is left out. So if someone adds some information or asks a question and no one answers, that's not okay. We got to make sure that's why we're checking back in often and adding to the discussion so no one's left hanging with a question that doesn't get answered. To get an A, you want to also weave in some direct quotes or paraphrases where you mention the issue number in your answer to add some depth to the discussion. Hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully most of you will be in the Google Meet where we'll walk through this together. Otherwise, reach out if you have questions.